Hi grade 3s, today we're starting a new unit in geometry. There are two I can statements for this unit. I can identify and sort 2D shapes or polygons. Some examples of these shapes are a triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, and octagon. The second I can statement is I can identify and sort 3D objects like sphere, a cone, a cylinder, a cube, prism, and pyramid. So hopefully today you'll get a chance to look at the I can statements and fill in your traffic lights, either a yellow, a green, or a red. And remember to do this for before the unit, and then we'll do this again at the end of our unit, and hopefully you will be all greens on these two objectives. Let's do a quick review before we get into this unit. Let's review the difference between 2D shapes and 3D objects. 2D shapes have two dimensions. They have a length and a width, but there's no height. They are just flat. A circle is an example of a 2D shape. 3D objects have three dimensions. They have a length, a width, and a height. They are objects. They're not flat. They could fit in your hand. A sphere or a ball is an example of a 3D object. It looks flat on paper, but really we're trying to show something that's three-dimensional. It's an object. Let's look at another example. A square is an example of a 2D shape. It's flat. It has two dimensions, a length and a width, but there's no height. Let's take a look at now the cube. A cube is three-dimensional. It has a length, a width, and a height. It is an object. It's not flat and could fit in your hand. Let's see if you can tell the difference by doing an example together. Would you say this is a 2D shape or a 3D object? Hopefully you're thinking to yourself, a triangle is a 2D shape. It's flat. It only has two dimensions. How about this triangular prism? Hopefully in your head you're thinking, hey, this could fit in my hand. It's not flat. It's got a length, a width, and it's got height. It kind of looks like a tent. This is a 3D object. Hopefully this helps you grade 3s to distinguish between 2D shapes and 3D objects. Today we're going to go on a 2D shape scavenger hunt in and around our home. Let's start off by trying to find a circle. First of all, circles have no corners or edges. They are the same distance around from the center of the circle. So if we put a dot in the center of the circle and then we drew a line all the way around the circle, that line would be the same length all the way around. So it is equal distance from the center of the circle. Now you can pause this video and try to find something in your house that is an example of a circle. Remember to find something that is two-dimensional. Please don't find me a ball. A ball is a sphere and is an example of a 3D object. So you can pause this video and then come back. Hopefully you were able to find some examples. For me, I was able to find the lid of a can as an example of a circle. Also, I found a cookie cutter. A bike wheel also is an example of a circle. And then I also found a plate. Hopefully you were lucky and found some circles too. How about a triangle? Can you find a triangle around your house? This one might be a little bit trickier to find. A triangle has three sides, 1, 2, 3, and it also has three corners, 1, 2, and 3. Now, you should actually pause your video and try to find an example of a triangle around your house. For me, I found a measuring instrument called a triangle in my son's geometry set. I also found a triangle. My coat hanger is an example of a triangle. So you can see the triangle in the middle. A triangular bracket is another example that I found. And if you remember back to our science unit in building and testing, we looked at brackets because we talked about how the triangle is the strongest shape and brackets help support shelves. So this right here is a triangle in our bracket. Lastly, I found a half a sandwich in my house, and the bread you can see is cut in a perfect triangle, as well as the meat and the cheese that would also be cut in a triangle. How about a square? A square has 4 equal sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. It also has 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, can you find a square in your house? Now, remember, don't find rectangles. This is going to be tricky because you need to find 4 equal sides. Pause the video and come back when you found a square. For me, I actually found a square when I was eating my breakfast this morning, when I was eating a bowl of Shreddies. Shreddies are shaped in a perfect square. Also, I found in my pantry a square piece of seaweed that I use for making sushi. Hopefully you were lucky and found something in your house that was a square shape. Okay, this one will be easier for you. How about a rectangle? A rectangle has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you don't have to worry about all 4 sides being equal here. So pause the video, find a rectangle, and come back. Hopefully you found something that was a rectangle. It was pretty easy for me. I found a bookmark that's shaped like a rectangle. And of course, our lined paper is shaped like a rectangle. Let's look at something more tricky. Can you find a pentagon in your house? Now, a pentagon has 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and has 5 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this might be tricky. Do your best. Come back and see what happens. Now, for me, I looked really hard and I found that my soccer ball actually has a pentagon shape on it. So all these black shapes are pentagons on a soccer ball. I also have a birdhouse in my backyard that the face of it is shaped as a pentagon. Hopefully you found some interesting examples too. Let's move on to a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and has 6 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, this might be tricky, grade 3s, but do your best. Pause the video and come back. For me, I actually found a nut that is shaped as a hexagon. Pretty cool example. Also, I know this isn't in my home, but honeycombs are shaped in the shape of a hexagon. So they have 6 sides. You can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, our last shape that you're going to find an object that it'll probably have to be an object. It might be the face of something. I don't know what you're going to find, but an octagon has 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and has 8 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, hopefully you're thinking, hey, I know what this looks like. You might have to walk down your street to find this example and come back to the video. So, yes, I hope that everybody found the stop sign is an example of an octagon. You might have also found something in your home that has a face that's shaped like an octagon. One of our clocks actually is shaped like an octagon. So hopefully that helps you, grade threes, to introduce you to our new unit. I hope you had some fun today on your scavenger hunt.